Yesterday I solved array problem on array, right? I solved all the easy problem. Now today for the medium problem. So the today we have two sum problem, right? So I have solved the two sum problem. Let me show you where I solved. So I solved here. हमको बढ़ाना पड़ेगा ना हम लोग को एलिमेंट सम नम्स. तो हम लोग I solved some problem. So today I'm not going to solve it. Now let's move to next question. Like sort the color, right? What is this given? You are given the nums of an object color red, white, blue. Okay, and you have to sort in place so that the objects of same color are adjacent with the color in order. That means you have to sort. So what we can do, like one brute force approach, like just directly sort it with the inbuilt function nums dot in. You can directly sort it, right? Now next what can you do? Like this tell that you must not solve the problem. You must solve the problem without using the library sort function, right? So we don't have to use. Now can we use the extra space? Like how extra space? Like we take 0 in one vector. Like it's completely set. Like you have to only 0 1 2. So take 0 in 1 and the 2, right? Now we have to just put it down. Like this is all the brute force, right? If x is equal to 0, then 0 dot push back, sorry, back, back, x, else, else if x is equal to 1, then 1 dot push back, push back x, else 2 dot push back of x. Now just we have to do what to do. Just we have to take like nums dot size. Okay, no, not required. Just you take decimal. So 4 int I 0 dot size. First we have to put 0 and nums dot I plus plus is equal to, sorry, take here 0 is equal to 0 dot I. Now next same approach. Just we are dividing numbers, right? And putting like here take 1, here take 2. This is also good. Now let's move the most optimal concept. What I want? Sorry. Let's move on the optimal concept, right? What might be the optimal? Like and nums dot size take j is equal to 0 and mid is equal to 0. We can use the 3-pointer approach. Again. How can we proceed like this? Sorry. So let's say, like if you use the 3-pointer approach, like n minus 1. So what we can do here, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, this, 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 n minus 1, start 0 with the mid, start with the mid. Okay. Use the then we have put the third pointer index. 0, 2, 1, 1, 0. So I is here, J here, mid here. This is 0, it become 1, I here, mid here, 0, 1, 1, 2, 9, 1, 1, 1. That means J here, now I, then I become mid here, now it's mid is 1, then mid color transfer 0, 0, 1, I here, mid here, so mid color, so mid here, and so I think this is right. What we have to do, I mid, if the mid is 0, we have to swap with the A. Just we have to move the pointer like while, while, while we have to just mid greater than J. So what we have to do here is suppose that it's the num position mid mid equal to 0. Just we have to swap the nums of I and the nums of mid, right? Right. And we have to move the I plus plus, right? Else, if we have also here, just move the mid. Else, if the nums equal to mid is equal to 1, then what we have to do? We have to just move forward. Else, just swap the nums of j and nums of mid, right? And nums of mid and just j minus minus. Now, I think this should be, yeah. So it's a 3-pointer approach. Like we moving from around the mid position, right? If the mid is 0, uh, we have to swap from the first index like I pointing the mid, I pointing the 0 element, mid pointing the 1 element, and the j pointing the 2 element. That's it. So we have swapping. Like if the mid is 0, we have to swap from the first element, like from we can move the 0 to the first, and if it is 1 we have to just increase, and if it is 2 we have to swap from the last and decrease the this one. So this one the question. Now let's move the next question. Right. So this is if you have majority element, the question name, and you have given the nums of size n, nums of size n. Okay. Return given array nums of size n, return the majority element that appears more than n by 2 times. You may assume the majority element always exists. So what you have to do, you have to find the majority element which is present more than the n by 2. That means the half of the length, more than the half of the length of the array, right? So what we have to do, just like we can use the frequency map here, right? If we use the optimal way, like not using the frequency map, what we can do here, two, two, one, two, three, one, two, three, one, two, three, two, 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 and two. So it's to become 0. What we have to do, like if we use the frequency map, so the frequency is the size. Let's use the first frequency, right? Unordered map MP. Now store all of nums in MP. Now then should be what? This should be len. So 4 auto x nums, sorry, MP, if the x dot second is greater than, more than n by 2, we have to return x dot x, x dot first. So just we have to return. This is only complementary, not recurrent, because this in this problem that it says that majority element always exists, right? So we can always get the answer. Yeah, this is the solution of using the bind, using the like frequency map. Now let's use let's use different approach. Like what can be different approach here? Like we have to sort one, 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 become two, two, two. Let's suppose the test is two, right? So three ones and four, two. Three and three. One later, one later. Three and three is equal to one. So it's two, two, three. It's two. And three, two, yes. what we can do here or more apart from this, what can we do here? Like, the element is like so this is if we sort the element and count the values, how much greatest present greater element, which is the greater element, like one is present three times. So one is three, it's maximum. So now we can sort and count the value. Like how can we approach like the count the value? How like we have to max count, max count is equal to 0 and element is equal to -1, right? So just we have to use like the size will be, yeah, size will be 1. So if the n is equal to 1, what we have to do? It's a field value, right? It's a field, it's the it's a floor value, so it's a 0. So let's take 1 major element. Now let's move to second condition. Max count is 1 always, right? Now let's suppose if 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 the nums of I -1 is equal to nums of I, just we have to increase cnt plus plus, right? Cnt 0, cnt 1, mm, max, just we have to do, right? Else else we have to what to do? If the cnt is greater than the max count, just we have to use max count is equal to cnt and the element is equal to nums of I -1. Let's see this increase. Now just we have to return the element. Let's see this passes the all test cases or the fail. Just we have to use here again here, right? What is this? Like we have to this. Yeah, this. Just try to dry run it. Or this gives the wrong answer. So why this gives the wrong answer? 66667. So 6663. That means we have sort like 66677. So it's greater, then it's become 2. It's become 3. So it's become like 3. So max count is greater than the max count. Coefficient is greater than max count. So it's safe now. And it's become 6 max element. Now let's suppose CNT is equal to, okay. We have to use here now. We can't make, we have to make like 1. I think now this can give the right answer. Yeah, this is also one approach. It's totally login solution. That means we are sorting, so we can sort uh, say that like it is the solution of n log n, right? And this is the n. So let's see other solution, others. The three method beginner friendly. What is sorting, finding? Okay, can by two approach. This is the good approach. And the map, using map, most voting. Yeah, this is the very famous algorithm, most voting algorithm. Like if the count is zero, so we have to make the candidate, and if the candidate is equal to, so we have to increase the count, else we have to decrease the count, and return, we have to return the candidate, because the candidate left only who have the maximum frequency, right? So this much. Let's move the next question. It's a very famous problem, maximum sub-array. It's like a Kadam algorithm, right? So if you search on Google, what is Kadam algorithm? Kadam algorithm. Kadam. I think Kadam. So let's tell you how it works. Like you have to just find the maximum sub-array. So maximum sub-array, right? You have to just find the maximum sub-array, right? So what we have to do, what you have to do, let's suppose in any position we have find, like, let me show you. This algorithm tells that, let's suppose in any position we found that the sub-array become the negative or the zero, negative, then we have to initialize the prefix sum with the zero, like int max sum is equal to zero, and the prefix sum is equal to zero. So let's suppose we are going forward and adding prefix sum plus equal to nums of I, right? So let's suppose if the if the prefix sum becomes negative, just we have to use prefix sum is equal to zero and start to the, and maximize the sum of max max of sum is equal to prefix sum. This is the famous problem most of the company used to ask, right? Okay, so it's a zero. Okay, so what we have to do? We have to add this. Why? We have to maximize this. If the resultant is zero, we have to use the maximize the, because it's taking the complexity also. So it's a famous Kadam algorithm. We can use, so we can also solve this using the merge sort interval. Merge. Like I solved it using the merge. No, this not this one. I solved this one using the merge. As you can see, this one is using the merge divide and concurrent method. Right. I solved this using divide and concurrent method. Now let's move the next question. Like when the subarray going to extended problem. Let's see this problem. What is this? Best time to buy and sell the stock prices. Sell the stocks. So what this question said, that you are given the area of price where the price I is the price of given stock of I. You want to maximize your profit by choosing a single day to buy one stock and choosing different day in the future to sell the stock. So you have to receive the maximum profit you can achieve the transaction. So first you have to buy, and second you have to sell. So what you can do, like buying from the minimum and selling to the maximum. That's it. So it's the one. So it's -6. So this is not. So buying one. Now 5, selling 5. We can 4. Now it's the 1. Buying 1. Now it's the 3. So it's the 2. Now it's 6. Now it's 5. So what we have to do, buy on the minimum score and sell on the maximum. This is only way you can get the maximum profit, right? N is equal to nums dot size, right? For maximum profit, profit, sorry, profit is equal to 0. Now we have to use like 0 and plus. Just we have to use like minimum buy price. We have to 0. Now we have to minimum by price. We have to 0. What we can do it. Just you have to do if here we have to find minimum, right? So why not use this? If the minimum buy price is greater than the mm, prices of I, we can easily maximize the max profit, right? Max profit is equal to max profit and the prices, right, wrong. This is with the related prices dot I minus minimum buy prices, right? Buy price, right? This much. And what we have to do, just take minimum buy prices is equal to minimum minimum buy price price, and we have to take the prices I, and you have to return the maximum profit, right? Intense. Okay, price this. This should be give the right answer. Yeah, let's up. Let's see if the pass all the test cases. Yeah, it passes all the test cases. This is the what we have to do in this question. We have to find the minimum price where we can find the where we can find the stocks, and the maximum price where we can sell the stocks. That's it. This is the problem. Now next question. Let's come with next question. So what this question suggests, like you have to rearrange the number by sign. You are given the number even length, okay, consist of equal number of positive and negative integer. Okay, I understand totally. And return the area of nums that contain every consecutive pair of integer with a joke with positive sign for all the integer with the same size. The order in which they present in nums is preserved. Okay, rearrange the array begin and the with a positive array begin with the positive number. Return the modifier array after returning and satisfy the above condition. Yeah, affirmative is condition. So what is three? Three. What is so it's a positive. What the next forward condition? What's forward? So positive. It's the positive. So I become the positive. Let's become. Let's swipe the Can I use the two pointer approach here? Like 3, 1, minus 2, minus 5, 2, minus 4. So I, j here become 1. So it's both positive. Positive. If the once I is positive, so we have to put positive. This increases the size. Now else if else if else if this is positive, so swap 3 and this is no, we have to not apply take a sign with 1, 2, 4, 3, minus 4, minus 5. So let's suppose 1, 2, 3, minus 2, minus 5, minus 4. What we have to do here, we have to do, we tend to like, let's just apply the brute force approach here. What we have to do, brute force approach, how can we apply brute force approach? So it's more like a, what we have to do here, what we have to do, like may take what we have to do, like take two vector, one for positive, one for negative. Now move all side x. Now if it is x is equal to, so it can be 0, right? Even x, yeah, it can be 0. If x is equal to 0, then positive dot push back, positive dot push back, what x, else we have to take a negative, push back x, right? Now what we have to do, just we have to starting, we have to start. So what we have to do, start from this, yeah, start from this, just take int j is equal to 0, nums of j, right? J plus plus is equal to positive of positive of, I think positive of j and plus plus. Here what we have to do, and for the next, for int what we have to do, like nums I is equal to, again here we can put like j is equal to 0, now negative j and the plus plus, right? just you have to return the nums. The question arises that now what about the size? Size is 2. So we can use the size of 2. Yeah. This is the brute force approach, right? Now let's move. How can we use the two pointer approach? Let's check out. Can I able to solve using two pointer approach? Like if we try to do like 4 rearrange, what we can do now. So like 3 1 minus 1. So what we have to do, just just not take a extra space, right? We have just take like int answer and just take 0. Now we have to what to do? Like let's suppose the positive side will be 0 and negative side will be sorry, negative elements should be in position 1, right? Now we have to just travel the all the array in the entire array. Now if now what to do? If the nums I is greater than equal to 0, what we have to do? Answer dot position is equal to nums of I, right? And move the this by 2, right? And same, if it is negative, then answer dot negative is equal to nums of I and move the negative by 2. That's it. This is the simple approach, right? And return the answer. This is the, that means we are not using the extra space here, like dividing the negative positive number and again using this. Let's try to submit it. So yeah, this is one approach. So now let's move the next question. So what is the here the time complexity? It's a Vigo NN F N, and what is the space complexity? We are using a answer to, it's a auxiliary space, right? Vigo of N psi. So this was, let's move the next question. तो pointer में तो vector लेकर one for position negative to side and result in format negative format. Yeah. Now let's move the next question, right? It's called next permutation. What is this question suggest, like what is it doing? I think there is a inbuilt function. There is a, there coming a inbuilt function like the next permutation. Next permutation inbuilt function. Yeah. There is one thing, you can directly use this right here, or you can apply. So I'm not going to direct apply the inbuilt function. I'm going to solve it. So what the question suggests, like you have given the area of integer as members linear equations. For example, 1, 2, 3. The following permutation is 1, 2, 1, 3. Right? One shift. Next permutation of the greatest. Next permutation of array is next lexicographical greatest permutation of integer more certainly it's sorted in one container recapitulative. What is this for? Very very big question. The array is nums and find the next permutation. Like for example, the next permutation 1 2 3 is 1 3 2. Okay, the next permutation of 2 3 1 is like this. While the next permutation of 2 1 so it's 1 2 3 because 1 2 3 is not from lexical larger size. Okay. Well, we have to find the lexicographical larger, right? What we have to do, like 3 2 1. So there's 1 2 3 lexicographical value 1 2 3, right? 1 1 5. So there is 1 5 1. So what we have to do here, we have to find the next permutation which is lexicographical larger than the previous one, right? So this they also suggest that if it is sorted in non-decreasing order, we have to return in sorted in decreasing order like this 6 3 2 1. Just we have to return 1 to 1 because there is nothing more lexicographical larger than this one. So we have to just remove return the sort in sorted order, right? What we can do here, what we what okay. So let me see. What question is that? So in this solution, I solved like its question suggests that every consecutive pair of integer have opposite signs, and the number start with the right. I think I am right. Yeah, and the number start with the positive. So we can the question suggests like every alternate we have positive negative positive negatives. That's why in the zeroth position I take the positive one, and in the 1st position I take one negative one. So if the number if the number is positive, so we store the positive in the positive position, and we have to increase by 2 now because in the next one there should be a negative number. So we have to increase like uh, like 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. If we put the first positive in zero position, like we put 2 here, so we have to put the next positive in the here because in this position we have to put negative one negative position number, right? So this that's why we are adding plus 2 position because they are like in the adjacent they have to be if it is positive, so the adjacent element should be negative, and if it is negative the adjacent element should be negative, sorry, positive. That's why we are adding plus 2 because we are just jumping out of the next element and going to the next after next. Now now let's see how to this question can be solved like 1 2 3 1 4 3. If the sorted, we have to return it now. The we have we can approach like for loop. We have to just find the next latest element. Okay, we have to just swap the element, right? What we have to swap? Like just to find the maximum element, just find the max element element equal to 0. Let's take minus 1. No problem. Let's minus any 9 and the index of that index or index sorry index of that minus 1. Just find the if the if the nums of I is greater than the max element. So max element max element should be max element should be nums of I. What I'm trying to do here, like the question asked that find the find the next permutation which is the greatest, lexicographically greatest, right? So what if we find the maximum number and its index, we have to just swap to its adjacent element, right? So let me show you how can we approach. Like this much I get. Now just if sorry, I think this might be solution like 3 to 1, right? Not we have to find the smallest element. We have to just find the number. We have to find just the number which is greater than its previous limit. So it's an not sufficient solution, right? If n is equal to 1, equal to 1, we are not increasing the size, and it's equal to nums out of size. If n is equal to size, if n to just then we have to just nothing greater than 2, greater than 1, greater than 1. What we have to do? Like for loop and 0 and 10. More like if the nums of I nums of I nums of I greater than nums of j nums of I minus 1, we have to just swipe nums of I and nums of I minus 1, right? And we have to just break it out, break 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 it out. 151 and 321, sorry, and take a boolean function, right? Take a bool function, bool f is equal to 0. Just we have to take from the plate, we have to use like the bool, right? So if f if f if f, so we have to sort nums and nums dot end, right? So what? Let's see. This passes all the test cases or not? Hmm, yeah, it's fail, right? It's more like a 3. 1, 2, 3. But if it is greater, then we have to swap now. But why are not swapping the function? But why it is not swap? It's a completely breakout. Sorry. Okay. The lithographical maximum. Just we have to maximize now. Just we have to maximize. Like you are trying to do maximum, not a lithographical, right? 3. You have 3. Just you have to just maximize. I have to just maximize now. So I think it might be not the solution. What might be the solution here? Just we have to find like a let me let me again think it in different approach. Like what we have to do here. Like and if what we have to do like I minus n to from the last we are using from the last, right? And I greater than 0, and let's suppose x I is greater than equal to terms of I plus 1. If it is greater, so I minus minus, right? Now if the I is greater than equal to 0, you have to just take what we have to take. Like just take the n minus 1, right? And just like 1, 2, 3, like 1, 2, 3, we have not greater, so I is here now greater. Then we have to find like how can we approach. You have find the you first find the element which is less than its adjacent element. Yes, you have find the that index, and now we have to find the index which is like which is um, which is which is less than the I, right? And we have just swap it out, swap it out, swap it out nums j and nums of I, right? What might be the solution? So this much is good. This is good. Now we have to just what we have to do. Like just reverse now. Reverse. How can we reverse it? Like you begin plus I plus 1, and we have just reverse the end. I think this might be solve the solution. Yeah. So what I am doing here, like I find the first element which is not greater than the its previous element, right? From the last, I check the condition here. Like I understand the second last element and try to find like which is the smallest, that means not greater than its adjacent element. We find the height, and now we checking the jth. For the jth element we are checking that which is the smallest element than the j. So we can just swap it out both the element. And why are we reversing? So basically it's reversing for the next case. Like if we you can use like basically I use to reverse for this operation, right? If it is already in most lexicographical order graded permutation, so we can't just make any. That's why we are using the reverse method. So this one the question. Now let's move the next question. Like leader of array, leader of in an array. What is the question of leaders and array? You are given the area of positive integer. You find that you have to find that at all the leader find all the leader in the array. Element is considered leader if it is greater than or equal to the all element to the right. Okay, right. So we have to use the 5 from the this. We have to just take a maximum element, take a maximum like 570. Just just this is the very easy problem. I think what we have to do, we have to just take the maximum element. We have to just take the just use reverse of array and just take the maximum like int maximum maximum is equal to minus 1 9, right? If the nums of if the array of I is greater than the maximum just we have to push push back of array of I, right? And we have to just maximize the array of I, right? And just return the answer. This is the I think this can pass all the test cases. Let's what? Okay. I now understand. We have to just reverse the answer dot begin or answer dot end. Right. I hope this can pass the test cases. Yeah. Let's try to submit it. This test. Okay. Just we have to just take the max. Yeah. This pass cases. All the test pass cases. Let's move the next question. This is very easy problem, right? You have to find the leader of the element, and what can the leader define as? The leader is defined as the leader should be greater than the all the elements which is greater than its to right. Okay. Now let's move the next question. Longest consecutive sequence of one. Uh, Longest consecutive sequence of array. So now you have to just find the proof how can we prove like the given longest consecutive sequence. You are given non-negative integer. Find the length of longest subsequence such that element in subsequence are consecutive integer. Okay, this is the good question. I think my friend told me that this is the good question. 619453. Okay, you have to sort 1 2 3 4 5 6 9. If n is equal to 1, we have to return 1. So it's a 2, 1, 2, maximum 2, x 3, plus 1, 3, plus 4, 9, maximum 4, plus 5, 9. It's become 1. What we have to do here, just to sort the first array. Begin and array plot and right, and just take a size size. Now take a maximum length is equal to 0, and the current length is equal to 1. Now if n is equal to 1, we have to just return 1. Yeah, we have to just return 1. Now let's check if n if nums of nums sorry array of I minus 1 plus 1 is equal to is plus plus 1 is equal to array dot I. Just we have to increase the max current length, not a max length, current length. Current length is equal to plus plus, else we have to just max length is equal to sorry current length is equal to length is equal to 1, right? And the max, we have to just maximize the max length. We have to just maximize the max length and the current length, and just return the max length, right? Just see this passes all the test cases or not. So it's fail in the test case. So I think this might answer the looking right. Why this test fail the test cases? I plus 1. So it's like more like the approach the 1, and the longest will be 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, and here 9, 10, 11, 12. 10 plus 12, 12 plus 4, 15 plus 15. Just we have just maximizing now. Current plus 1, length increases. Just we have to just why we have to use it like this? I can some where where it is failed, like if we sort the element, they become 10, so it's become 9, 9 to 9. It's become right. Why this fails? Why this happen fails once? And okay, just we have to add a condition. It might be content consecutive any order, subsequence element, subsequence. Maximum length should be 1 now. Here, yeah, 1. Okay. Let's let's suppose let's suppose if array minus 1 is equal to array of I. Let's suppose it's content duplicate. So what can do? This it's content duplicate. Yeah, I think this is right. So why the previous fail? Because let's suppose the element it can contain the duplicate element, right? So it might fail because we are checking that, right? So that's it. This is the approach, and let's see. my previous solutions. Yeah, I use the unordered set. Okay, we can use the sorted array, right? Yeah, we use the unordered set like we store all in unordered set and try to finding the element. Like if n minus one is not find, right? Now we are trying to find the element array one plus one one plus one using the find the longest of yeah. So what we are trying to like one, we find the one. So not find, we have to just display the sign. Okay, this one is good. Any other approach? Yeah, this one is we can sort and try to evolve with it now. And then the other approach, yeah, this is good. So it's like an login solution. It's good a solution, right? Now let's move the next question. I hope if you can understand. What is the state? Right. Now let's move the set matrix 0. Given the integer, if the element is 0, set entire row and column is 0. Okay. You have just traveled the element. You have just to travel and find the index of I. This is 200. What we have to do here? Just take a vector pair P. Right. Now let's matrix size m dot matrix 0 dot size. Right. What we have to do? Just travel all the elements of the matrix, and if the matrix ij is equal to 0, just you have to push back I comma j. It's a row and column. Now what we have to do? Just travel like p and find the row is p dot first and column is equal to p dot second. Right. Now what you have to do? You have to just do like row. You have to travel from the all the column c is equal to 0 and c is equal to m and c plus plus. Just set the matrix I matrix. You have to just set the row and c is equal to 0 and same same approach r r is equal to 0, r is equal to n and plus sorry r plus plus r plus plus and set the matrix of r plus column is equal to 0. Just this approach 3 dot second. First what we have to do? Would P dot pushback I plus this I. Oh, sorry, not a P, not a P X. X. This is a good question. You can solve it using the broad first approach. I don't think very much in this question. Let's suppose the rotate matrix. Let's let's rotate the matrix. I solved this many times. You have to just what to do. You have to first transpose the array matrix and just reverse the matrix by column. This is the easy solution I solved many times. Like recently, I have solved it for my. I solved for my. What we have done, like I first transpose the element. Now I reverse the element by row wise. That's it's for the question. It's not a big deal. Let's move the next question. This is a good question because you have to handle many edge cases, right? Like you have to print in the spiral form, right? So let me first scan the how can we approach 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The top, the bottom, top, bottom, left, and the right. Okay. Now just we have to while left, sorry, top, bottom. What we have to do? Just for the matrix and left, I is equal to left, I is equal to right, plus answer dot pushback, answer dot pushback. What we have to do here? Now we have to just use the like row, row and matrix dot size and the column and matrix dot zero dot size. Now just take the vector in answer. Right. Let's take the top is equal to 0, bottom is equal to row and minus 1, and the left is equal to 0 and the right is equal to column m minus 1. Now just take the while top is equal to bottom. Now we have to do what we have to do? I is equal to left and I is equal to right plus. What we have to do? Answer dot push push back matrix. What is row? Row is top and I. Now for loop in top I bottom, sorry, it's not at right side. Bottom, bottom, I plus plus, answer dot push, back, matrix, matrix, matrix I. And what about the column? What about the column? Column is right, right? This one. Now 4 int I is equal to what we have to do? Right, right, and I should be greater than right to left, left I think, and I minus minus answer dot push back matrix. What we what about the bottom? What about the row bottom? And what about the column? Column I. Now at the last stage, what we have to do? From the bottom, we go like a top and I minus minus. Now answer dot push back matrix. Uh, what we have to do? Uh, top row. No. Row should be I, right? And what will be the column? Left. And the top plus plus and the bottom minus minus. Not the row here. Okay. Done answer. Bottom. Right. So what we can do now, like uh, I think there is this I miss something. This mm, this so this yeah approach right left top bottom. I solved this one take. Now we have to just move the top from bottom. This solve this solve this solve this solve. Just move to next index and just remove this enter this. Right. What we have to do? Both approach now and left right right. So this and this just left plus plus and the right minus minus and the also for the bottom right minus Just we have to do what to do. Like take from left to right, enter left to right, and just top plus plus, right? Top plus plus that comes to the thing. Now top to bottom, top to bottom, top to bottom, bottom is equal to now top to bottom. Just take from the here to here. Now just move to next forward. No, not a top to bottom, top to bottom, right? And the right minus minus. Now just we have to use the left, right? And the bottom minus minus, right? Right. What we have to check here is check like if the top is equal to bottom, then we have to proceed like this. And now let's next. Now just move to next type, right? I think this might be all the solution test cases. Yeah, this one was a good question, right? Now let's move the today's next question. Like count the subarray with given sum. I think I solved today, yesterday. I'm sorry, yesterday. I solved yesterday problem. This, yeah, 1 day ago. I solved it yesterday. This problem. So this is the all 14 question. Let me solve this question also. If we find that this question, yeah. So here we have to print the subarray, maximum subarray sum, not element, right? We have to print, not to find. Just what we have to do now. Let's go. You have to find like how can we suppose if you use like a parents suppose like prefix 1 2 prefix 1 2 5 -7 -2 6. This one we are doing starting index and ending index. Starting index will be 0 and index will be 5. Maximum length greater than the actually if the current prefix is greater than the maximum length or maximum length starting index else if else if इससे क्या पर करो आई ना There are 1, 2, 5, 7, 8, minus 1, or 1. It's not a 2 plus 6. It's a fully comparison. You can take fully now. It's a 7, 8. Like 1, 2, 5 minus 7 plus 2, 6. What is the severity? Fully 6, 8, 9. Starting the zero continuous subject that contain only non-negative integer is multiple same array maximum the longest is still die but the smallest index is the if the array only contain negative return minus one. Okay, we have to just remove the starting zero with the negative I will it is some. Let's try to solve it out like int is equal to nums of array of size area of size area of size. Now okay, now int current sum is equal to 0 and the start is equal to 0 and end is equal to minus 1. Now let's move and the maximum sum end is equal to 0 int is equal to n end plus plus current sum plus is equal to num array I if if the current sum greater than greater than max sum. So what we have to do? End is equal to I, right? Or the maximum of is equal to current sum. Current sum. If the current sum negative or the array of I become the zero negative, what we have to do? Start is equal to I plus one or the current sum is equal to zero. We have find the start. Take the vector int answer 4 int is equal to 0 int start st int I plus plus answer dot push answer answer dot push area of I or if int is equal to minus 1 maximum 1 to 0 so just we have to return minus 1. Okay, not clear. Still not clear. Clear na? Not clear, right? So this approach I used. Let's see this passes or test cases or not. Compiler error ST okay ST I plus one and is not defined like name push just we have to just push back invalid in pointer why. First three, first three. Period temp. What we have to do here? Just take a temp, temp right. So zero. Take st is equal to temp, and here put the temp, not equal to zero, but if we take this, the current sum is equal to zero, and let's try to do what we have to do. Okay, developer is not a developer. If it the combined invalid pointer y. So if we current the zero, maximum sum is equal to zero I plus one. If it is negative, what? This can't be real, right? What we have to do here, we are checking that sub the greatest, so we can proceed like this. Now just we have to use is positive. First we have to use strongest sum. I plus what we have to do? Like sum. Just remove it. If the array I is greater than equal to 1, then we have to add into current sum the array of I. We add it. Now we are checking like current sum should be greater than max sum, right? Or what can be solution like if the current sum is greater than the max sum, right? So what we have to do? I minus 10 should be greater than st minus st, right? If it is possible, so then max sum Next sum is equal to current sum when sliced, and a start is equal to temp when sliced, and end is equal to I when sliced. Else, what we have to do? Else the sum is negative, or the so we have current sum should be negative 0, and the temp should be I plus 1. Now let's just put here, if end is equal to minus 1, you have to just return the array, and else just just start from the start, and I from the end, answer dot push back array dot I, right? Or you have to return the answer. Okay, this is the good approach. Let's see this passes all the test cases or not. Yeah, this passed all the test cases. So what I trying to do, like here suggest that maximum sub, if the it contain non-negative integer, if the maximum sub have same length, the return the one the longest, right? We have to return the longest one, else we have to return this. Correct. That's why I am checking from the starting to I integer greater than I minus 1. So this is the solution, right? Let's move the next question. Today I complete all the question of here, right? Let's move to the today. मैं क्या पैदा करूं तो मेरा जीना. Wow. Hmm. Before that, we have to solve, like, I think it's time, right? Yeah, it's time. So thank you for watching. Let's end here.